He'll struggle to absorb that, Joe, between now and the end of the race. But hey, they're eating for tomorrow as well, aren't they? And he's gulping down anything that will make him feel like he's possibly going to recover to go again in the finale, as we're down to the final 3.5 kilometres. Does anybody have it for attack? You feel that the riders flapping around at the back here from the early move, much as they'd like to attack, just are simply going to try and stay in the wheels as long as possible and perhaps secure a big result. Julius Johannesson is going to take them down, and as you mentioned, there's a little bit of descending in this finale.
Yeah, we come now off the main road and we're going into the descent, which will help the breakaway to just hold that advantage now, and they're not going to be too scared about getting caught here. The descent finishes 2.2 k's to go where we enter the town, and then it becomes a little bit more narrow.
Big crowds out at every single junction along the way. It's not a huge population on Bornholm, as I mentioned, just 40,000 of a population. Indeed, it dipped below 40,000 for the first time in 100 years, as I suppose the sort of regression we've seen it all over Europe and further afield as population sort of gravitates towards the big urban centres. And they're putting island life on the map here, though, today into the final 2.5 kilometres. Pedersen on the front. Kubis immediately lashes on it and rolls through. Kubis, the national road race champion of Slovakia, going for something a little bit special today, and were he to take the win.
We're going to come into the town now, and then
we're
going
down a bit.
Yeah, we're going to make our right turn, coming up at just over 1.5 k's to go, and then we're really deep into the final. And like you said, the gap is coming down, but I don't think they'll be too worried about that. That's also a little bit natural as they run in. They will lose a little bit of time, but they're still working fairly well together here.
William Bloom-Levy as well, and part of this group, barely mentioned him. Uno X Mobility have an option here, and they have an opportunity to go for glory. Vercouy is hanging on in there. He's been in the break all day, and he's fighting to try and stay involved at the back of the move for the Team Flanders Baloise, and to finish 6th in the Grand Prix Jean-Pierre Montsolet in the classic season. Here goes Johannesson again from the back. We know about it, the rest of them are just about to find out.
Yeah, really nice move there as he rolls through, but it's just before the corner. It just all squeezes up together again once more, as we're going to come onto the main road towards the finish at just over 1 k's to go. So we're going to see this big sweeping roundabout now. Here we go onto the main road, and now it's just a straight line all the way into this final.
Yeah, Johannesson needed a bigger gap, didn't he? By the time he got onto the brakes there, all he really achieved was a big effort to make it to the front of the group, and that played absolutely perfectly. Well, here you go, Vercouy fancies a little bit of something. He's managed to save a few joules of energy, and he's going to play his card. Who's going to try and fix the problem here? Well, immediately it's Schelmose goes to the front to try and close it down. Victor Vercouy, what a famous victory it would be indeed for Belgium and Team Flanders Baloise, whereas he got enough energy saved. This is exceptional stuff. Johannesson sits on the tail of Matthias Schelmose. He doesn't want to help the little Trek squad. Mats Pedersen just has to believe. Kubis is doing something similar, as indeed is William Bloom-Levy and the rest in this group. Larsen second from the back. Also got Haugstad in here.
That was a great move. Great opportunity to try and go solo.
Didn't work out, but we'll work our way down into the conclusion of this stage, and it's going for glory. Mads Pedersen, no one's going to deny him. It's going to be more glory for Mads Pedersen on day one of Tour of Denmark. Arms in the air, Kubis comes up but doesn't quite get there in time, and into Rona it is the former world champion, a two-time winner of this event, Mads Pedersen, who takes yet another stage victory, the 5th of his career in the Tour of Denmark. And Mads Pedersen gets up to convert, and that was slam dunk really for the Lidl Trek squad. They came in as the outright favourites for overall honours in this race, certainly as favourites for stage honours today. The peloton rushing through and into the closing stages. This Vernon Skjold's getting up to take the minor honours, perhaps. Frustration really for the Uno X squad. Mind you, they did have William Bloom-Levy in the group up front, but it's glory for Mads Pedersen. He takes the win.